Welcome to Let's Do Yoga with Joanne, and I'm Joanne. So it's a pleasure to have you join me today. The title of today's class is Chair Yoga That Works. Of course, I really do believe that chair yoga and any kind of yoga helps, especially seniors, because it keeps our joints moving and strengthens muscles, and above all, keeps us working on our balance, right? That's so huge. So let's just begin. We'll begin with an inhale that lifts those shoulders up towards the ears. On the exhale, use your elbows, bring them back and down to bring those shoulder blades together, and then they kind of slide down the spine. Okay, so now our shoulder blades are set. On the inhale, lift your heels up, and on your exhale, put them down. On the inhale, lift your toes up. And on the exhale, put them down. Then let's start from the beginning. Inhale, shoulders up to ears. Exhale, elbows back and down as you bring your shoulder blades down. Inhale, heels come up. Exhale, heels come down. Inhale, toes come up. Exhale, toes come down. And the last round through, inhale, the shoulders come up to the ears. Exhale, bring those shoulder blades down the spine. Inhale, lift those heels. Exhale, lower them. Inhale, lift the toes. And exhale, lower them. So just a quick reminder, if you're ever in a pose that hurts, back out of it and join us in the next one. There's no need for pain. So I want to flex my hands like that. And I'm trying to keep that elbow straight because it's kind of tempting to do that, but try and straighten those elbows as you flex the hands. And then just take those hands and do a nice slow circle all the way around to the side until maybe their fingertips are pointing somewhat downward, okay? And then go ahead and just bring that back up. So you might feel the work that's happening in the shoulders when you do that and up the arms. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing, only it's a lot harder with my fingers pointing down. So first I'm going to bring those fingers to face each other. That one's not too hard. I'm going to bring them, the fingertips facing down, and then I'm going to try and take those fingertips to the side. Now I bet you can feel everything working in those arms right up into the shoulder. And go ahead and just bring them back down. Come out of that and shake that out a little bit. Pardon me. I want to do the same thing with my ankle and my foot that we were just doing with our hands. So if you sit way back in your chair, you've got more support for that leg, or you can actually hold that leg like that. Or if you want to challenge your core, you can just hold that leg out. Okay, so I'm going to point those toes to the ceiling, and then I want to rotate to the outside. And then I'm going to point it back up to the ceiling, and then I'm going to rotate to the inside. And you can see I can't hardly turn that to the inside. Some of you guys will do way better than that. And then point the toe and put your foot down. Let's take the other side. So I'm pointing the toes to the ceiling. I want to take that foot to the outside first, kind of opening up the thigh here too. And then I point that to the inside. I'm much better on this side. You probably have one good side too. And then pointing the toes to the ceiling, and then point and put that foot down. Okay, so let's take a figure 4. So some people kind of lay their foot on the ankle and they drag it up to their knee like that. Some people cannot do that because of knee joint injuries. So then you'd stop about there, right? But you know, you take it to wherever you can. And I've got my ankle sitting on top. My right ankle is sitting on top of my left knee. Okay. I want to get a nice straight back. My shoulders are over my hips, and I'm going to think tall. I'm going to think myself 2 inches taller and put space between each vertebrae. And then keeping that straight, solid back, I'll lean forward, and pretty soon, doesn't take much, I can feel that right hip and the IT band working. So you get to where it's it's a little bit noisy there. Maybe it's not whispering anymore. It's raising its voice at you. And just see if you can stay there long enough to try and relax it a little bit. And if you can't, then back out of it a little and try again. Sitting up, I want to place my left hand to the outside of the right knee. That's going to look backwards to you on the screen. And then my right hand will come behind me as I take my first twist of the class. Not very far, I'm not going to push it. And then I'll come forward. Let's just switch to the other side. So I'm going to put my left ankle on top of my right knee, like that. And again, I'm going to get 2 inches taller than I was when I sat down in front of the camera. There I am. And I want to lean forward, keeping that nice straight back. Again, I'm leaning forward enough until I can feel that left hip and the left IT band raising its voice. And I'm going to see if I can outlast it. If I can say, relax already, and try and take some of that tension out of there. And if I just can't, then you can ease off a little bit and try it again. And then we can come out of that. Okay, so we'll do a breathing flow. One of the poses is the same in it as we did before. So that's that inhale where the shoulders come up. You want to exhale and bring those shoulder blades together and slide them down your back. Can you keep those shoulder blades there? Inhale, lift the arms up. Are you able to keep those shoulder blades there, or maybe not? Exhale into a chest opener, so my hands come far enough behind me I cannot see them. Inhale, I'm going to take those goalpost arms. This is the hardest place now, where I twist and bring those hands down to my side. That's where you tend to lose the position of the shoulder blades. Inhale into goalpost arms. Take that twist to the other side. Bring those arms down. Inhale into those goalpost arms and then bring them down. Roll the shoulders back. 3, 2, 1, and then let's try that again. Inhale the shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, bring those shoulder blades together and down your back. Inhale, come into the arms all the way up, trying to keep those shoulder blades in position. Exhale, open up the chest by bringing the arms behind you. Inhale, come into goalpost. Exhale, take a side twist. Inhale, goalpost. Exhale, take the other side twist. Inhale, goalpost. Exhale, bring those hands down and roll the shoulders back for 3 and 2 and 1. Awesome. All right. So let's come into a gate pose. So I'm moving over in my chair a little bit. You don't have to. If you can do it sitting in the center of the chair, that's great. I want my right knee pointed forward and my left leg is going to come out to the side. For some people, this is a really difficult thing to do, and they have to have their foot a little more forward and their knee bent, okay? So you do what you can. I'm going to try and take mine out to the side. I want this foot pointing forward, not pointing to the side. Can you feel the difference? If you point it to the side and then pivot on the heel to point it forward, there's a whole bunch different work happening in that leg. So if possible, you want that foot to point forward, okay? All right, I'm gonna place both hands on this thigh and I'm just gonna do the cat-cow that we normally do in this position. So inhale, I lean forward. Exhale, I'll round my back and tuck my tailbone. Inhale, leaning forward. Exhale, I'll tuck round my back and tuck my tailbone. Inhale forward, round the back, tuck the tailbone. Now, on this inhale, I want to sit up straight and exhale. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale this time, the hands come to the thighs and you round the back and tip the tailbone. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, round the back. And then one last thing, if you're able to sit fairly straight, you can feel that this side is a little scrunched. We want to scrunch it some more. So I'm going to take my left hand onto my left straight leg. My right hand is in line with my shoulder and my hip, and I'm just going to bring that maybe straight up. Maybe I can bring it over a little bit, but I don't want to hang out here too long. So inhale, and on the exhale, just come right out of it. And then scooch over to the other side of the chair, or maybe you didn't move on your chair, and that's fine too. You can just stay sitting straight, that's fine. So now I want my left knee pointing towards you, the camera, and I want my right leg to be straight with that foot on the right leg. I want that pointing towards the camera, right? Like not off to the side, but ahead, pointing, the toes pointing ahead. Okay, and inhale, looking forward. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, round the back. Maybe you can tuck that tailbone a little. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, I'm going to round the back. Inhale into a straight spine. Exhale. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, put your hands on the thigh and round the back. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, hands on the thigh, round the back. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, round the back. And you can inhale up. Bring that leg in. And we want to come into our standing flow. So I'm going to go like at an angle just so you can see better what I'm doing. It's just a little easier for you to see. There's a few moves, although none of them are hard. They kind of all come together to add into this opening of the joints, trying to stretch out the muscles and maybe build a little core strength. That's what we're after today. So we start with a simple sun salutation. Inhale, the arms come up, the hands come together, and then those hands that are in prayer mood on the exhale come through heart center all the way to the chair, and you can bend those elbows, bringing your head a little bit down. Inhale and immediately get out of that, bring your head up. Exhale, bring the head a little bit down, open the arms out to the side, and then bring those hands all the way up and together. Really stretch into it. And as you exhale, you're going to look for that chair behind you. So you're reaching for that chair, and then the arms come forward. If you need to hang on to the chair, you can do that too. All right, inhale here. Exhale, you're going to take those airplane arms way back and up behind you. Now on the inhale, you're going to stand up and come onto the right tiptoe, and then come back down on the exhale into chair. Arms are down. Inhale those arms forward. Exhale those arms back into airplane. Inhale, coming all the way up and coming onto the tiptoes of the left toe. And then exhale, bringing those arms down. Inhaling forward. And exhaling, taking airplane all the way back. Inhale, so this is going to change. You want to open those arms and the hands and the legs and the feet. So I'm in this star position. Okay, that's my inhale. On my exhale, I'm just going to come down and with my right hand, reach for the left side of the chair. Now I want this other hand at shoulder height, and we're going to leave it at shoulder height. Okay, inhale them both to shoulder height. Exhale, take the left hand to the right side of the chair. Inhale to shoulder height. Exhale, right hand to left side of chair. Inhale, shoulder height. Exhale, left hand to right side of chair. Inhale, shoulder height. All right, it's going to change a little, so bring those hands down. They've been up there long enough, right? Your shoulders are telling you so. I want my toes wide and my heels narrow so that I can bend my knee and my knee will follow my toe line, right? It has to do that or you're going to injure your knee. So you want to make sure the toes are wide. I'm just going to do right and left lunge with the breath, only as far as it works for me. So you're going to do the same, only as far as it works for you. So inhale, nice and straight in the center. On the exhale, I'll place my hands on that right thigh and come to the right. Inhale, in the center. Exhale, lunge to the left. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the left. So your butt might be getting actually a little tired. Inhale to the center. Last set. Exhale to the right. You can do this. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the left. Woo. And inhale to the center. Bring those feet in a little bit. Get yourself steady in front of the chair as we take our last side bend. So I'm going to keep my left hand tucked at the waist. My right hand is going to reach down the right leg. And I just want to take that side bend and move that hip out. So the left hip moves out as you reach to the side with your right hand. Come on out of that. Put the right hand on your waist. Your left hand's going to travel down the left leg as your right hip moves to the side to accommodate. And then come on back in. All right, you probably felt that, well, or you might feel it tomorrow. So, you know, chair yoga really does move all parts of the body, and you try and plan a lesson where you are deliberately moving every joint and stretching every muscle. And sometimes you can work it all in, and sometimes you can't quite get it all worked in, but I want to stretch my hamstring now. So I'm coming forward on my chair and my right leg is straight. My foot is relaxed, okay? I'm not pointing the toe to the ceiling. I just have it relaxed. I'm gonna move back a little bit. Maybe you can see my foot better then, I'm not sure. Okay? And my other hands stay on this solid leg to keep me secure. I'm gonna turn my torso over that straight leg, get nice and tall, and I'm leaning forward without rounding the back. I'm keeping that back as straight as a 2x4 and leaning over that straight leg. I don't even have to get very far, and I can feel the entire hamstring up the back of that leg. So don't have to get far. And I'm just holding on to that for a bit. And then I'm going to point those toes to the ceiling, which turns that stretch into a calf stretch, and that one I can really feel. And then I'll come out of that. Okay, let's just take it to the other side. So I straighten that other leg and I relax those toes. I want my torso, my nice straight solid 2x4 torso facing over that straight leg, and I'm going to lean forward into it until I feel the hamstring. Yep, there it is. I don't have to go very far on this side sometimes. I'm just going to hang on to that a little bit. And then I'm going to point those toes to the ceiling, switching from my hamstring to my calf. And it's actually, your calf is actually a very tight muscle, generally speaking. It's quite hard to loosen it up, so we tried. Okay, I want to take another side bend. So I'm just going to hang on to the right hand side, and with my left hand, I'm going to inhale, come up and over. Exhale, come back to shoulder. Inhale, come up and over. Exhale, come back to shoulder height. Inhale, come up and over. Exhale, come back to shoulder height. And then I'll put my left hand down, grab the side of that chair, and with my right hand, I'll come up and over. Exhale to shoulder height. Inhale, up and over. Exhale to shoulder height. Inhale up and over. Exhale to shoulder height. All right, let's lean back into our chairs. So sometimes people like to skip this part, but honestly, this is the part where your body and your mind processes what your body has done. So go ahead and push into the back of the chair. And by the way, if you liked the video, please tap like or share or subscribe, and then that way it just gets out to a few more people. Okay, and closing your eyes. Go ahead and relax your feet and your calves and your thighs. Let your butt get heavy, your buttocks get heavy on the chair. Bring those shoulder blades back and down a little bit. Use your elbows if you need to. And that usually relaxes the arms. But if it didn't, then just go ahead and relax. Just like get those arms, the upper arms, the forearms, and the fingers to relax. Release the lower jaw from the upper jaw. Soften all those muscles in the cheeks and around the eyes and between your eyebrows. For 20 seconds, just see if you can bring your thoughts back to breathing, and don't let anything else creep in if possible. Starting now. And then you can slowly open your eyes. All right, I think your eyes are open. So may your inner light shine for all to see. Namaste.